Once upon a time there was a poor little orphan who had to serve a grumpy mistress. The poor thing, no matter what she did, it was never good enough for the mistress. Once the mistress made the orphan go and spin wool by the well, but while spinning the wool, a thread broke and the spindle fell into the well. Well, there was nothing she could do. She went to the mistress and told how sorry she was, that it was an accident. But the mistress stamped on the ground and yelled.
So you are telling me it was an accident? Immediately go and get the spindle, or you will have to deal with me.
Hello, kind boy. Have you seen my spindle?
I've seen it. An old man just took it. Go forward. You probably catch him up.
Beloved man, have you got my little spindle?
Dear, I have it, but I won't give it back for anything in the world. Prepare my bed. On the field there are carrion bones. They are good firewood. Behind the cattle shed there slurry. Is good water. There are thorns in the ditch. They could make a good bunch of birch twigs.
No way! What good the bones will do for heating the bed, and the dung for bed water, and the thorns for the bunch of birch twigs. So I will go in the forest to get some wood for fire.
The old man took the bath in the evening, being grateful to the poor little orphan. Then the little orphan mentioned the spindle again, and the old man said,
Here you are, kind girl, your spindle, but don't go home today.
Fine.
I will give you a present for all the work you have done. Which one of the boxes do you want?
The smallest one.
Then they walked by the cow shepherd. The shepherd's dog started to bark. After that, they walked by the swine shepherd. There was a dog too, and it did the same. The poor little orphan didn't pay attention to the dogs. Soon they arrived at the big gate. The old man opened the gate and moved her back in the middle of the mistress's courtyard. But the box wasn't opened on that day, but she put it into the barn. The next morning, the poor little orphan opened the box, which was full of bright gold. When they saw it, the mistress anxiously asked the poor little orphan where she had got the gold. And so she said,
I jumped in the well after the spindle and suddenly I was on a green meadow. On my way to find my spindle, I met an old man in a house. He asked me to do him a favor, and after that he gave me the spindle and the box.
Go and spin wool by the well.
The daughter of the mistress spun and spun until she deliberately ripped the thread and threw the spindle into the well.
Hello, boy. Have you seen my spindle?
I've seen it. An old man just took it. Go forward. You probably catch him up.
Have you got my little spindle?
Here I have it, but I won't give it back for anything in the world. Prepare my bag. On the field there are carrion bones. They are good firewood. Behind the cattle shed there is slurry. Is good water. There are thorns in the ditch. They could make a good bunch of birch twigs.
Okay, no problem.
And then very soon the housekeeper's daughter took the same bones and put those in the stove and didn't ask anything else. Let it be as it is. Then took the slurry. If it is wet, it is good, and there is nothing better than thorn too, just to make a nice bunch of twigs. The man went to take a bath, but what did he find? He was cold and wet, almost froze on the plank bed. He couldn't wash in the slurry, just became dirtier with birch twigs. He couldn't slap himself, but almost pricked all over. After the old man had taken the bath, the housekeeper's daughter mentioned the spindle. The man gave it back, not even mentioning a word.
Which one of the boxes do you want?
The biggest one.
The biggest, the housekeeper's daughter said, thinking how to bring more gold home than the orphan. The man gave the biggest box and showed the way back home. She went in front. Soon they had to go by the man who took care of cows. The dog barked in a way to warn her, but she didn't understand. Soon they had to go by the man who took care of swines. The dog barked again. Finally, when they got to the big gate, the man opened it and moved to the housekeeper's daughter in the middle of her yard. Immediately the housekeeper ran to her daughter.
Look, Mom, what I've got.
Yes, we're rich.
While they were laughing, they opened it. But instead of gold, the fire set up. Within minutes, the whole building was blazing. The barn burnt down, but the little orphan's box remained untouched.